with verse 24. Because I have called, and you refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But you have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. So there is a decision, a choice, if you will, that must be made and can be made by each and every one of us. The prophet said that it would be with the breath of his lips that he would slay the wicked. Now, I don't believe there will be any hesitation to bring judgment against those who have trampled the Lord's mercies under their feet, who have rejected his calls to repentance. Sin is despicable to holy God. It is something that is completely contrary to his nature. And consequently, he has made a way that man may escape sin's bondages and that he may know the freedom of salvation that he offers to each and every one of us. But if we reject this offer from God, then he will have no alternative but to bring judgment against us. To allow one sinner into heaven would make a hell out of it. To allow one sinner to get past his judgment would be to destroy what God and heaven has and does represent. It would be thwarting of God's eternal plan. It would be going against all that God has been and is to do this. But, well, we can rest assured that sin will never enter that city and that kingdom. When the Lord is through with this earth, there will not be one sinner left upon it. During his reign in the kingdom age, there will be plenty of sinners living here, but they will be inactive because the activator of sin is going to be bound in a bottomless pit. But when he is loosed for a season, as John describes it for us in Revelation, he is able to gather together all sinners that will follow him to do battle. But well, it will not really amount to much of a battle, as fire will come down from God out of heaven and destroy every one of them. John describes it for us. Notice verses 8 and 9 of Revelation 20. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And they went up on the breadth of the earth, encompassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city, and fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. My friend, this will be the eternal judgment that will be brought upon the ungodly, the sinners, those who are susceptible to the enticements of the enemy, even though some have lived many years during the kingdom age without sin being activated in their lives due to the fact that the enemy, Satan, has been bound in the abyss for 1,000 years. But the seed of sin is still in the sinner. And when the enemy is released, he activates and they follow to their own judgment. And then after this, John describes there will be a great judgment, a great white throne of judgment that will be brought upon mankind, as he describes it beginning there with verse 12 of the book of Revelation 20, when he said he saw the dead, small and great, stand before God. All of the dead, small and great, stand before God. And the dead will be judged out of those things that are written in the books. Another book was opened, John described, which is the book of life. And those whose names are not found written in the book of life shall be cast into that eternal abode of the lost that's called the lake of fire. Now, Isaiah also describes for us something wonderfully different and new. After speaking about the judgments that would be brought upon the ungodly, the sinner, he then speaks about the conditions that will be upon this earth. Begin with verse 6 of Isaiah 11. He spoke of how the sucking child will play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child will put his hand on the cockatrice's den, and that nothing would hurt or destroy. He said, God says, in all my holy mountain. Why? For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. Man had brought sin and shame to planet earth. Man has brought fear and despair to the human race, not only in his own life and society, but also even in the animal kingdom. Because of sin, the animals, many of them, are natural enemies of mankind. But when sin is bound, my friend, when the king reigns, then the nature of the king shall permeate not only the people that dwell under him in his kingdom, but also permeate those who inhabit it. The animals and man shall once again dwell together in peace, just as they did in the garden in the very beginning. Paul, he also speaks of that day that involves the animals when he wrote in Romans 8, verses 19 through 23, the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who hath subjected the same in hope. Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. So here we are informed of the quality, if you will, of the kingdom of the King. The one that will be a quality of peace and tranquility. The creatures spoken of by the prophet are those who are now in opposite relationship with one another. The wolf and the lamb. Can we imagine them lying down together today? Or the leopard and the kid, the calf and the lion. The prophet Habakkuk, in speaking of that day when the king shall reign, he wrote in chapter 2 of his book and verse 14, For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. This is the key, shall I say, the key as to what is going to bring about the tremendous change in humanity, in planet Earth. Is planet Earth going to be destroyed? Well, it's according to how you define the word destroy. The Bible does speak of this happening. 2 Peter 3 spoke of how the earth, also the works therein, shall be burned up, and how the heavens will pass away with a great noise. The elements will melt with fervent heat. So there will be a destruction in that sense, but it will be a cleansing destruction, a change, if you will, that's going to take place. And planet Earth is going to emerge from all this judgment, a new earth and new heaven, as Peter describes it as well there in chapter 3 of 2 Peter. What a day and what a promise that we have to look forward to tomorrow. I hope you're ready for that great event. I hope you made preparations. If not, well, I hope you'll make them right away. Thank you for sharing with us in our study today. May God smile on you. Sharon Walker joins us now with her song, Greater Is He.
God gives me daily strength, standing We trust that you have been blessed by today's Apostolic Witness broadcast. We look forward to sharing with you again next week at the same time another exciting and informative broadcast. We would be blessed to hear from you. We welcome your letters, and you may contact us by writing to Apostolic Witness, Medora, Indiana, 47260, USA. We would like to send you some free literature along with a copy of our magazine, The Apostolic Witness. The address again is simply Apostolic Witness, Medora, Indiana, 47260, USA. Medora is spelled Medora. It is our desire to spread the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ worldwide. We would appreciate hearing from you wherever you're listening to this broadcast. Please take the time to write today. We have prayer partners join us in prayer for this broadcast and for you. We would be glad to share in any prayer request you may have. You can send them by writing again to Apostolic Witness, Medora, Indiana, 47260, USA. We would love to send you some free literature that we'd like to send you explaining this great apostolic truth. We'd also like to send you a copy of our monthly magazine called The Apostolic Witness. We look forward to receiving your letter soon in the mail. That address, one more time, is Apostolic Witness, Medora, Indiana, 47260, USA. Until this same time next week, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord cause his face to shine upon you. May the angel of the Lord camp about you and yours. This is Tim Gill inviting you to join us again next week at this same time for another exciting Apostolic Witness radio broadcast.
You're listening to Radio Pan Am, brought to you by Pan American Broadcasting, when your ministry has to make an impact. For more information, visit our website, panamericanbroadcasting.com.